Hi everyone, State Representative Brad Fritts here from the 74th District. I just watched Governor Pritzker give his annual State of the State and budget address on the House floor. First part of his remarks was focused on issues that we have here in Illinois. He mentioned multiple proposals that I surprisingly agree with. Some of those include limiting PBMs, which will help our rural pharmacies from going under, banning prior authorization for mental health treatment, ensuring all Illinoisans have access to life-saving care, creating a pipeline for direct admissions to state universities for Illinois students, and for 4-year degree programs at our community college, both of which will set our next generation up for success. And the biggest one, in my opinion, banning student cell phones in public schools to prevent distractions in the classroom so that children can learn. Despite all of these common sense policy suggestions, the governor's second half of his address quickly turned from fairly reasonable to one of the most disgusting political speeches I've ever heard. He used a time meant to discuss the future of our state as a launching pad for his presidential campaign. He didn't talk about any real budget cuts despite our state's multi-million-dollar budget deficit. Instead, he engaged in more divisive political rhetoric that Illinoisans are tired of. What I find most reprehensible about the governor's remarks today is when he likened Republicans to Nazis. I, for one, am sick and tired of the same rhetoric, deceit, and blame that comes from the majority party in Illinois. The governor wants to criticize what he refers to as an authoritarian regime. Perhaps the governor has a short-term memory loss, but I remember just a few years ago when he exercised authoritarian rule over Illinois during the COVID-19 pandemic under the guise of public health. What about the schools he forced to close, the children he forced to mask, and the hardworking men and women he left out to dry while he enjoyed the freedom of Wisconsin and Florida? The failed attempt to score political points on the current presidential administration is nothing more than Governor Pritzker throwing stones from his own glass mansion. The budget address today makes one thing abundantly clear. J.B. Pritzker is running for president. Illinoisans deserve a governor who is committed to improving the lives of our everyday, hardworking citizens, rather than using our highest office to promote political ambitions of an out-of-touch billionaire. As your representative, I remain committed to holding the majority party accountable as we continue through this budgeting process. Thank you for your confidence and your support.